the prior league, the MLL, we were locked into a contract with this company called Sportsnet, which is like a mobile app that you can watch all the games on. You pay a set price and you can watch the games. But again, I had my parents signing up for this app to watch the game, like stream it on their TV, and the quality just like wasn't good. Like the cameras are blurry, like the camera work is shoddy. You can't really see the ball. Like some broadcasts didn't even have replays. It's just like, that's not a good viewing experience for the fan, especially the casual fan. Like the casual fan's not going to sit there and be like, this isn't fun. And that's why, again, trying to broaden our audience, like the Lax diehard is probably going to watch it no matter what, right? Like my dad will sit there and watch, a grain of sand if he can like see the lacrosse through it. But, pairing up with NBC and having HD cameras and having legit commentators, HD replays, slow-mo, like that's the stuff that makes lacrosse exciting. Like you can watch the highlights. They're amazing. I think the media team in the PLL is one of the best in sports, and they've won a couple awards in their early going here in the first couple of years. Like they do an amazing job. So, it's growing, it's getting there. It's definitely a process. I think it'd be cool to see in the next 10 years, somebody sign $1 million contract to play pro lacrosse. That would be amazing. I don't think I have 10 years left in me, but
you think that's 10 years out?
Maybe 20.
You think it's 20 years out? Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think it needs to happen? Big time sponsors. I mean, you're going to need TV. If you look at the NFL like TV deal or like the salary cap and all that, it's basically paid by the TV industry. So the media deal gets cut, and then that's where that money gets funneled. So it'd be interesting to see if they're able to take it onto mainstream TV and then actually get some TV deal, then the revenue would be able to flow back to you guys.
And again, it's still relatively young. Like the MLL was founded, I think, in 2001. So it's been 20 years of professional lacrosse, right? So, when was the NFL started? In the 60s, maybe?
The league merger, AFL and AFL?
That was in the 60s. But before that, like 1800s probably. I mean, when the first NFL teams.
First NFL,
first professional football teams were probably like around the turn of the century.
But Yale, Harvard, ended in 1800s, and then the forward pass was invented by FDR.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
That's right.
So whenever the hell he was president, nobody knows.
Nobody knows these numbers. But I mean, think about how long lacrosse has been. Isn't it like a Native American sport?
Yeah.
It's the American pastime.
Yeah. So why is it? I mean, why has lacrosse never really gotten a chance on the national stage?
Dang, you guys are hitting hard-hitting questions this Monday morning. Geez, I'm only halfway through my.
Well, I mean, you did go to North Carolina, so you should be a pretty sharp dude. You probably have thought this stuff. And I only make that joke because my wife went there for grad school.
Nice. It originally was a Native American sport. They founded it. The field used to be miles long. They used to play it kind of as to either settle disputes between tribes. They would play lacrosse. And I think I'm glad, again, I think about the PLL, just recognizing that and storytelling about the history of our sport. It's something that again, the casual fan, the viewer would be like, wow, I didn't know that. But it's actually the first sport that was ever played, if you want to follow those guidelines. And I believe that. So it does have a spiritual element to it. I feel it when I play, when I hold a stick in my hand. I probably have a lacrosse stick in my hand 330 days out of the year, I would say, between coaching and playing. And it's medicinal for me. I could just grab a stick and a ball and throw it against the wall for half an hour and be in the zone. So I think for a lot of people, understanding why they play, realizing the sacredness of the sport is important to me. And I try to inflict that onto younger players that I coach or our college players and stuff like that. But that's kind of, I didn't really answer your question, but I hope it continues to grow and get the exposure it needs. It's been 3 years with the TV deal. So, we're like where the NFL was in the 60s or 70s. So that's, again, we're just behind the 8 ball, but the game's growing for sure.
I'm going back. I'm a loaded freight train and I'm right on track.